Hello, my name is Reverend Rochelle Brown, and I am an emerging church specialist with Metropolitan Community Churches. What does that mean? That means I help someone like you, whether you're a layperson, a clergy person, or someone who is spiritual and trying to find a way to live into your faith, to become MCC. You know, there are so many ways to be a community of faith, to be a church. But we're looking for people that want to live out their faith, that are passionate about social justice, dedicated to inclusion and diversity, and deeply, deeply engaged in the mission of spiritual transformation. I want you to know that this program is about discernment, empowering, and organizing. Because the church of yesterday is not going to be the church of tomorrow. So we're looking for new ways and in new places for people like yourself to become the leaders that God has called you to be, to become MCC. I want to be really clear when I say the word emerging, that when you go and look on a bookshelf in a library or online in your electronic books, you are not going to find the word emerging the same way that we're using it. Emerging and emerging church and emergent church and emergence churches are an entire spectrum, ways of being creative and experimenting with how to be church. That's just a small part of what we're talking about when I say emerging church and MCC. We're using emerging in the most simple way. How do you work to emerge and become MCC? One of the beautiful things about Metropolitan Community Churches is that we remember we are a movement. Yes, we have churches, but our core being is as a movement. And as a movement, we realize there are many ways to be in spiritual community. There are many people that are involved in it, and there are many, many voices that come to form a spiritual community. Because we're not dogmatic and we have judgment-free zones, we invite you to think deeply. Talk to me. Let's enter discernment. Let's work with the team. Let's work with the MCC networks so you can become the person God has called you to be. Lead in the way God is calling you to lead, and be part of this movement that is saying we are going to become the voice for social justice, inclusion, diversity, and spiritual transformation for this generation and this time. My name is Reverend Rochelle Brown. You'll see on the screen my email address. I want you to contact me. Let's talk. Let's learn together. Let's be together.